up, you guys? My name's Alex, and today we are going to be talking about living in Spanaway, Washington, and what you can expect to live here. Again, my name's Alex Bradshaw. I am a local realtor here in the greater Washington state area, and if you have any questions about moving to Spanaway or just questions in general, I would absolutely love to help you guys out. My number is 253-250-7520, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. So to start off, let's start with location. You are roughly an hour away from Seattle, Washington, and 30 minutes away from Tacoma, Washington, which are the two largest cities here in the Washington state area. In Spanaway, you have a population of 34,000, which is rather small compared to some cities up north, and your average income and the median income here is $59,000 a year. So although the average income is roughly $59,000, your cost of living overall is 14% lower than the state average. We'll talk about home prices next too, but it's actually very affordable to live in Spanaway, which is a huge pro if you guys are looking in the area, especially my military people. I know there's a base, JBLM, right down the street, so a lot of you guys consider moving here, and it is a great place to consider. Which ultimately brings me into my next topic. We're going to talk about home prices. The average home price in Spanaway, Washington is $470,000, but you can definitely find prices and homes under that, around the $400,000 range. Which, when you consider it to Seattle's average home price of $770,000, you can definitely find a place that'll work for you. Living in Spanaway and owning a home in Spanaway, you definitely get your bang for the buck, as the home that you actually get for the amount that you spend is much better than anywhere in the state. That's not completely out of the way. So I'm now going to put on three options on the screen. A house that's priced around $430,000. We're then going to show you a house that's around $500,000 and $600,000 plus. For $400,000 or around there, you can expect to roughly purchase a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, maybe 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, around that price point. 12 to 1,500 square feet, definitely a great starter home for you looking for your first place. Now, around the $500,000 range, you can find a newer development, and these homes are really nice, great builds, and they're not necessarily on a huge piece of land. And then $600,000 plus, you're going to find your 3-car garage, nice living areas, roughly 25 to 3,000 square feet. So hopefully that gives you a good basis of what you can expect to spend and buy in Spanaway in 2023. Next up, let's talk about the amenities in Spanaway, Washington. Now, because Spanaway is about an hour south of Seattle, there's not necessarily a ton of things going on or nightlife. However, it is quite quiet, so if you like that and you like being on a lot of land, you're definitely going to find it down there. There are a couple places, though, that a lot of people do like to enjoy. One of them is Old McDemmy's Farm. There's actually farm animals that you can bring your kids to enjoy. They have food and great fair life. So if you like your kids and you want to bring them there, that's a great place to enjoy. You also have the Lazy J Tavern, and there's a lot of pubs and bars, but that's definitely one that stands out in Spanaway. So if you like to enjoy your bars, there's a lot of them, and that's a great place to enjoy yourself, since you don't get much nightlife unless you're up in Seattle. So all in all, there's not a ton of things to do in Spanaway, Washington, but you're also not in the middle of nowhere. You have your normal stores, grocery stores, fast food chains. You just don't have a ton of events taking place. Next up, let's talk about crime, population, and job stats in Spanaway, Washington. Now, I mentioned this before, Spanaway is very quiet. However, the crime is a little bit higher than the national average and the state average. According to niche.com, Spanaway shows an 8% increase in crime and violence rather than the state's average. Most of the crimes taking place are having to do with drug use, so they're not necessarily violent crimes. Another thing to note is that Spanaway is a military city. Since the base is not too far from there and the prices are relatively good, a lot of people like to move here. Another thing to note is that the school ranking is actually a C- in Spanaway, which is lower than the B- average that Washington State has as a whole. However, there are private schools nearby that if you want to send your kids there for a little bit of a better education, you absolutely can. Another thing to note is that the job growth is good in Spanaway, as it has a 2.4% increase year over year, and on top of that the average income is $59,000, which when compared to the cost of goods in Spanaway is actually pretty well. So that concludes my summary and video on living in Spanaway, Washington. Again, I am a realtor here, so if you have any questions or want to start the process of maybe moving in this area, please reach out. My number is 253-250-7520, and I really hope you guys found value in this video. Spanaway overall is a great place to live. It's very quiet. It does have its ups and downs with the schooling and crime, but there's spots that are better than others. So again, if you have any questions, reach out or leave me a comment down below. I have more videos on other cities here, so click on my page and go and view them. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you guys.